자, 오늘은 비욘드 블루라는 이제 심해 탐험 게임을 한번 해보도록 하겠습니다. 한글화 되어 있는 상태고요. 일단 한글화 되어 있다는 그런 느낌만으로도 굉장히 좋죠. 자, 일단은 시작해 보도록 할게요.
I'm generally not a woo-woo kind of person. If I don't get something, I want to unpack it, get the facts. But the ocean, it's a part of me.
해녀인가?
Say it runs in my blood. My grandmother was a freediver, an ama. She helped me feel its rhythm and understand how one breath could last a lifetime. We dove so often, the memories all run together. Except one. When I wished I could stay down forever.
이거 뭔 소리지?
The ocean cast its spell on me that day. And its mystery still consumes me.
자, 비욘드 블루. 이게 인트로인 것 같고요. 자,
Day 1, submerged atoll, Western
1차다.
Pacific. It's great to be diving again. I'm
다이-
anxious to find our
다이버의
Spermo
게임인 것
family and
같아요.
loop in on our mother to be. I'm also excited to test out Andre's new tech. Ocean X is expecting a huge audience for our first live stream, given how bad things were in this region a few years ago. No pressure though. Ready to dive.
자, 여주인공인가? 그래서 상어들이죠.
I'm in and okay.
오케이. 오.
Hey, Mariah, how's the new suit?
Nice. A bit itchy, but I've had worse.
How are you breathing?
Breathing easy. This rebreather is amazing. Feels like I'm freediving.
A genuine compliment. Should have caught that on the live stream.
Give me a few minutes. I want it to be amazing, and I'm still getting used to this AR visor.
스캐너. 칠레지 가울이라고 합니다. 스캐너 닫기.
Done. How many scans before the AI is trained on a creature?
It will vary. There are many factors that affect the confidence level of a match.
So you don't know. Got it. Now point me to the buoy so I can try the hydrophones. I want to make sure all the tech is working before we stream.
아, 고속 헤엄은
Haven't thrown up today.
Well, it's still early.
You gonna be okay with the live stream?
I may let you.
다이버인데
Once you reach
방송을
the
하는
point, you can
다이버인가
try
봐요.
and make the sound of any animal.
Clever.
Thank you.
이렇게 헤엄치면서 물고기들을 스캔을 할 수 있네요. 해초는 스캔이 안 되네. 빅금 눈돔 얼개돔
That's close enough. enough. You can use your dive watch to control the buoy from there.
F.
Refresh me on the controls.
Move the targeting circle around. Each sound will get louder when you are close to logging in on an animal's location.
소리가 커지는 게 여기인가? 아, 이런 식으로 향유고래. 병코 돌고래.
Mariah, if you're okay, I'm going to start the live stream.
Let's roll.
Let's
Welcome
go.
to the Ocean X live stream. I'm Dr. Mirai Soto, and I'll be your eyes and ears on this expedition. I'm joined today by two colleagues.
Hello, I'm Andre.
Hello, everyone. I'm Irina.
지도 표시. 이게 지금 있는 해역의 지도인 것 같아요. 그래서 어떻게 해야 되는데, 물고기를 보러 가야 되나? 꼬치고기.
Looks like we've got our first singer.
Fantastic.
싱을.
Hopefully on your next dive you can record his song to compare with other humpbacks in the area.
Fun fact, in addition to being an engineering whiz, Andre is quite the musician. Are you still writing music?
Not for years.
Dry spell?
More like raising teenagers.
칠레 쥐 가오리. 우는 거 봐. 나 안 잡아먹을 거지? 얘는 코오이 파랑 바늘돔. 로얄 엔젤 피쉬. 어우, 보기만 해도 시원하다. 좋군요. 제왕 쥐 치복. 얘는 돌고래 같이 생겼다. 아까 방송 시작하기
Don't
전에
get too
들은 게
jealous, folks, just because I'm swimming with
이거죠.
dolphins. My grandmother always warned me
돌핀이란
that
노래였죠.
although they're cute, they can also be pranksters. And today, also very noisy.
Can your AI parse through all those sounds?
Not using this scanner. But I do have a new drone design that should be better at isolating the source of the sounds.
물보라를 일으켜. 돌고래가 한 마리 더 있나? (38m) (7m)
That looks to be a sperm whale. I think I saw this bull from the
rescue.
sub. I wonder how far he's traveled.
Once we have a reliable ID on him, I'll see if anyone has tracked him before.
Nice.
왜 이렇게 스크래치가 많냐 얘는. 안녕 고래. 이게 눈이구나. 입안으로 헤엄쳐보자. 자, 하늘, 파란 하늘 한번 보죠. 안 올라가지네? 그러면 밑에서 놓읍시다. 얘는 스캔 안 했나?
Done. And maybe next time I can weigh in before on the number that we need to scan.
As I mentioned, the confidence model is complex. You just want to find the whales.
얼개돔.
Guilty.
돌고래 소리 봐. 오, 얼개돔. 좋군요. 오케이.
Right. I'm seeing alerts on the South Buoy if you want to pull them down.
Okay, let's see what mysteries this buoy unlocks.
자, 여기 새로운 부표가 나왔고요. 이걸 또 F 눌러서 조작을 하겠죠. 오케이, 센스 알림. 오케이.
What does that sound? Did I break something?
I've deployed acoustic modems to transmit from other sensors.
For those of you who have no idea what he's talking about, he means we use sound to
바다에서
transmit
와이파이.
data. So we can have Wi-Fi in the ocean.
Impressive. What kind of bandwidth do we get?
Like 1990s dial-up.
(118m) 저기도 가야 될 것 같고.
Fun alert. Looks like some young dolphins are having a play date.
이거 갖고 놀자고 하면 돌고래가 놀아주나?
Hey guys, can I take a turn?
멍멍이니?
Well, you don't see that every day. At least I don't.
Frankly, neither do I.
자. 그 다음 가야 될 곳이 저기 여기 있었는데?
Ooh, company.
Unbelievable. That sounds too close to be outside the research zone.
One of the waypoints went down. Do you think that's related?
상어네.
Yeah, probably.
Red light must mean a serious alert.
Yeah, dead battery.
스캔. 자, 13m. 태그? 무슨 태그 얘기하시는 거지?
Whoa, octopus. I think it went in that cave.
문어?
I'd like to go in that cave.
눈돔. 자, 80m가 좀 남았네요. 빠르게 헤엄쳐 줍니다. 삼색 비늘돔. 얼개돔. 컨트롤은 아래로 수영.
The biochemical emittance triggered this whole area.
Because of me. Not because of me, but because I configured the sensors to detect stress in the coral population.
파랑 쥐치. 수집하려면 잠깐만, 절로 못 가겠는데? 센서 수집.
Okay, let's find out what's causing that stress.
Mirai, please collect biosamples from any of the distressed corals.
Happy to oblige.
For those watching, these sensors help us understand what leads to resiliency in corals so we can help breed it into other species.
백화한산소 산호. 하나. 아, 여기 또 있네. 오케이. 그 다음 산호. 이 근처에 계속 있지 않을까요? 없나? 올라가. 아니, 아, 여기 있다. 오케이.
Done.
done.
Mirai, sperm whales. And they must be your pod because I have a tag signal that is definitely ours. Pushing the waypoint.
On my way.
일단은 고래한테 다시
I'm
가볼게요.
hoping to reconnect with the sperm whale family, whom I have been tracking for
스퍼럴
years.
웨어. 스퍼럴 웨어.
I'm excited to check in on our mother-to-be.
그 뭐지? 꽁치처럼 생겼다. 코어이 파랑 비늘돔. 병코 돌고래. 병맛 돌고래가 아니네. 쥐치. 네가 쥐포에 들어가는 그 쥐치냐? 와, 저기 고래 큰 거 있다. 아, 가족 5마리가 한꺼번에 몰려다니면 완전 크긴 하다. 고래.
Mirai clearly has a fondness for these creatures. She's fallen silent.
Right. Let me finish scanning them all. I still don't see our pregnant mother. Done.
Good. Everything all right?
I am now. Look.
어딨냐?
Our mommy whale has delivered. Everyone say hi to her beautiful 1-ton baby girl.
Is she okay? Right.
She's nursing. I just wish
아, 이게 젖 먹고 있는 거구나.
here for 1 second. Amazing. That is the end of our stream. Like, share, comment. Remember, we need you. All of us down here.
이게 이제 그 라이브 스트림 하는 이제 다이버의 이야기인 것 같아요. 일단은 로딩이 왜 이렇게 길어? 잠시만요. 어제 Sea of Thieves도 좀 약간 로딩이 길었었는데 이것도 로딩이 좀 긴데요. 계속 잠깐만요. 저거 마우스 컷이 어디? 왜 사라졌냐? 잠깐만요. 됐나? 오케이. 아, 여긴 잠수함 아닌가봐요. 뭐지? 지가오리 드론 설명서. 한초 지도 향유고래 무리 앙컷 아기고래의 이름은 누가 버린 거지? 이거는 뭐 할지 적어놓은 그런 메모판인 것 같고요. 이건 다이빙 옷. 이건 비디오. 이거 태블릿인 것 같고. 한번 들어봅시다.
My family used to go to the beach every summer. For me, that was my favorite thing to do all year long. Hearing the sea, the ocean pounding on the beach.
뭐야?
For me, that was just
이 안에서
grounding
버퍼링
and
걸리는 거야?
relaxing and fascinating all at the same time.
와. 게임 안에 실제 영상이 들어있네.
The ocean is one of the things
특이하다.
that, as a kid, attracted me the most. That thrill of just having that ocean energy push me along. You could just ride all day. There was no lift tickets. There was no fees to get into the ocean.
When I describe to people what it's like to dive on a coral reef, they're like, oh, I never thought about that. They've never had a shark swim right beside them. Look them in the eye and give them a little fright for a second before they realize that the shark just wonders what I'm doing, just like I wonder what the shark is doing.
버퍼링이
I started free diving. So when I think of diving, I really think of free diving. Like that's what whales do, right? Take a big breath of air and they hold that oxygen inside their body. This ability to free dive down to where the scuba divers were, swim around and come back up, was just so free, nothing on, no equipment. I just love that. It made me feel like a fish.
When I did my first submersible dive, I realized it wasn't just that I was meant to be out on ships. I was supposed to be in the
이
bottom.
게임 안에
I
있는
don't think anyone has ever
영상.
measured endorphins in submarines, but I can tell you they're probably through the roof.
The first time I was in a submarine, I saw that life down there and 50 new questions popped into my brain that wouldn't have come up because it was this immersive experience and I just felt it.
When you're in a submarine and you're looking at these magical environments, you're overwhelmed by this sense of wonder. You're humbled by this feeling of there's so much I don't know about the world, and you're stimulated to figure out how this all works together.
I'm a marine biologist.
이인용 잠수함인가
Someone
봐요.
who
저게.
studies the ocean from as many angles as I can.
When my kids ask me what I do for a living, I tell them that I'm an explorer. I'm an aquanaut. I dive down to the bottom of the ocean and I see things that people have never seen before. How lucky am I to be able to share this amazing habitat with the rest of the world?
이게 나중에 나오고 이런 식으로 아까 스캔한 애들이 이렇게 나오게 되고요. 영상 하나 더 볼까요? 자라는 향유고래 그거
My name is Shane Garrow, and I'm the founder of the Dominica Sperm Whale Project. I've been following the lives of sperm whale families in the Caribbean Sea based off the beautiful nature island of Dominica.
향유고래를
I've
따라다니나
had
봐요.
the sort of greatest honor to spend thousands of hours in the company of the sperm whale families. And over the last 15 years, we've come to know 30 different families. We know about 10 of those personally. My research focuses mostly on the connection between these families' lives and what they say to each other, and how they succeed in the ocean by living in these small families. They live these rich and complex lives in part of the ocean that we find difficult to even explore. Sperm whale society is matrilineal, meaning it's grandmothers and daughters that will live together for life.
모계
The
사회.
young males live in the family until they're about teenagers, and then they go on this sort of open ocean wander for about 15 to 20 years before they are breeding age. But females will stay together for life. They communally raise and defend their babies, and they live in this sort of community of neighboring families just like we do. Behavior is what you do, but culture is how you've learned to do it. In the same way that we're all humans, but some of us eat with chopsticks and some of us eat with a fork. We're all still eating, but how we've learned to eat is importantly different. The secret for how these animals are surviving are these traditional behaviors. And that's why every calf counts. Every female calf is critically important. And each one of those that we lose so much potential. I think one thing that my research has shown is that our lives are really similar. The values that we have in our families, love your mom, be a good neighbor, learn from your grandmother's experience. And ultimately, life is about the quality of the relationships that you build with those around you, whether you're a whale or not. The secrets that my grandmother learned are helping me to survive now. Ensuring that these grandmothers survive to be grandmothers to share their stories, and ensuring that these babies live long enough to learn them is what's going to enable these animals to be around for a long time.
고래 뒤에 저거 물고기 저기 따라다니네요. 이거 나가면 안 되겠죠? 화장실. 오션 센스. 위임장 서류. 하하. 해녀. 바다의 여성. 해녀. 핸드북. 생방송 핸드북. 안드레랑
Thanks for checking in.
Hey,
얘기합시다.
Andre.
Nice dive. How are you feeling?
A bit tired, but I can't wait to get back out. Can you believe we found the family on the first dive? And they have a new baby girl.
I know. Well done. Feeling settled in the sub. Is everything tested out?
장난치기.
I spilled some coffee on the scan model viewer, but it seemed to wipe right up.
This solo sub test makes me nervous. We're definitely fitting it out for 2 pilots next time.
Are you volunteering?
Well, not if you're choosing the playlist.
Snob. I think Arena was enjoying my tunes quite a bit on the trip out here.
No comment. So, I have something I know you'll want to see. It's what the live stream saw of A12 and her baby. I didn't think you expected her to deliver so soon, though.
I thought she had more time given her weight, but it was hard to know for sure.
젖을
What's
먹는
the
거구나.
About.
Just noting her low weight. Also wondering when you'll find the rest of her pod. Maybe they were diving.
I'll find them. Hey, I was thinking we should name the baby whale Andrea. She has your kind eyes.
And my bald head. No, I'm putting her in the sim as A17.
Ugh, you're so sentimental. Hey, where's Arena?
Probably in the head throwing up.
She threw up one time. Why are you being so hard on her?
I just don't like the idea of using priceless expedition time to make pharmaceutical companies richer.
Even if she makes discoveries that save lives.
I never questioned her research credentials.
Besides, you know that all of her findings here will be open to the public. Is she gonna jump on the chat?
She's reading a brief about that deep sea mining impact study.
Okay, I definitely don't have time to get into that with you. I gotta call my sister.
No problem. Send Ren my best.
I will.
well, 자,
Hey girl, aren't you supposed to be 20,000
Hey, girl.
miles under the sea?
I am. I'm calling from the sub.
That's crazy.
Hey, did you show Nana my live stream tonight?
School's great, thanks for asking.
Concert great too? Saw your friend's post.
Fish, girls gotta take a break sometime.
Hey, check this out.
No way. Is that a baby whale?
Mm-hmm. And her very, very proud mother. She delivered early.
That's some view. You're really living the dream.
Thanks. Miss you though. How's Nana?
Okay, not a big deal, but I am taking Nana to get tested for a clinical trial. Some new dementia drug.
Well, thank you for stepping up to help Nana.
It's not a big deal.
You would tell me if it was, right?
Yeah,
You sound down. Is it just Nana?
I don't know. It's been hard since Dad died.
여동생인가?
I know. You want to stay on for a while? We can watch the baby whale together.
No, I should go. Say hi to the whales for me.
다이빙 준비 완료. G가오리 드론 시스템을 하라고 합니다. 아, 이 노래가 있구나. 지금은 마이지 리카의 이 노래.
Baby, stay with me. I feel it happening again. See with every inch
이거는 물고기 도감인 것 같아요.
I sleep with demons in my head. It's up
아,
to me.
오케이, 다이빙 준비 완료. 다이빙 하러 갑시다. 자,
Day 2, back to the
2일차.
sunset. The hydrophone feeds are alive with the sounds of whales. Gonna find me some singers. I'm excited to test Andrea's new Manta drone. Kinda like the Swiss Army knife of stealth drones. I'd love to spend the whole dive hanging out with baby Andrea, but miles to swim before I sleep. Ready to dive.
Ready to dive.
I'm in and okay.
Looking good, Mirai. The Manta drone is ready for its first zoom scan.
Now I get to see why you talk about it so much.
Only the best science for you. Buoy ahead. Bet we'll find some whale vocalizations.
일단은 이 부표를 통해서
You always find
고래를
whales.
찾을
You'd find them in your bathtub.
What kind of bathroom do you think I have? This is a lot of whales.
It's staggering the number migrating through this area.
Hey, don't jinx it.
자, 제일 가까운 애부터 먼저 가죠. 161, 101, 101, 41. 저부터 갑시다.
It's our sperm whale family again.
확대 스캔으로. 아, 가오리로.
The Manta drone will match speed with the creature so you can concentrate on steering it around to find the places you need to focus.
All right, baby. We won't forget you now. Andre, can the zoom scan tell how old the baby is?
Not with any certainty. Why?
Just wondering if she's old enough to hunt by herself. I wondered. She still seems pretty young to go that deep.
Will she be okay alone while her mother dives?
She should follow the pod. Her aunties will babysit while the mother hunts.
Wish I had them when my daughter was born.
Takes a pod.
Mirai, why is the baby girl so important to your study?
I'm hoping to follow the baby for years to learn from her as she learns from her family, and hopefully to watch her eventually become a mother herself.
자, 38m. 흑등고래 노래. 그 다음에 지느러미. 이게 지느러미 아니에요? 아, 뒤에 있구나. 저 뒤에 있죠. 드론으로.
You know it's M1 when you see it again.
Each humpback's fluke is unique.
아, 꼬리 지느러미.
It is.
Andre's software is helping me understand the structure of their songs so we can try singing back.
More like playing back. I'll synthesize a song that mirrors one from another region to see how these whales react.
Because Andre doesn't like my singing.
It's more the songs you sing, actually.
자, 다음 고래로 가서 미션을 하죠. 얘는 상어들인데. 상어 무섭지도 않냐? 그녀는 용감했다. 오! 깜짝이야. 난 무는 줄 알았네. 자, 157m. 잠시만요. Hello, cool chameleon. This game's name is Beyond Blue. Very, very common, relaxing game. Yes, you can find this game from the Steam. I just started this game, so I don't know exactly, but I don't think
Approaching
this
Humpback
game has
M2.
building
Looks
content.
like he's on a date.
How can you tell?
It's like they're dancing to his song.
It's kind of scanning the sea animals and observe them.
What do you think, Andre? Do you think he can make it as a solo artist?
Not without more original material.
Males from the same region sing nearly identical songs with just enough variation to stand out.
Yeah, just like most pop singers.
Such a snob.
흡등거래. 와우. 굿웰. 이거는 이게 물구멍이구나. 물 뿜는 그런 구멍인 것 같고. 오케이. I don't know exactly, bro. I just started this game. Just exploring, maybe. Hello, Soviet. 자.
Let's hope the Whalapalooza continues. Wonder if they charge admission.
진짜 쥐가
Whatever
어리네.
it is, you can take it from my budget.
Someone's feeling better today.
오케이. Find new whales. 새로운 고래들을 찾아봅시다.
Well, I guess it worked. I've got some nasty noise.
Same damn sound we heard yesterday.
Well, I'll check it out between the whales.
일단 여기부터 먼저 갑시다. 불가사리?
Looks like another area sensor.
Okay, Mirai. Can you use the microtanks to mark the starfish for collection?
Are you testing your collector drone?
It's not a test. Irina needs us to collect a few for study.
They are incredibly resilient. They can regenerate themselves from just a subset of their body.
They're also invasive. Must have hitched a ride in the ballast of a ship.
Irina, how many of these do you need? I'm missing the whales.
Just a few.
몇 개만 더? 로얄 엔젤피쉬. Yes. Exploring under the sea and activate some scanner and go there and find new sea creature. 저기 있다. 근데 왜 태그를 하지? 차라리 주워오라고 하면 될 건데. 오케이, 하나만 더. Not sure, I just started this game. 불가사리 어디 갔냐? Where is the other one? 하나만 더 태그를 하면 되는데 안 보이는데. 오케이. There is some mini cast like this.
Okay, micro tags deployed.
Thanks, Mirai. That's plenty.
Go, go, go. I think it is almost all about the exploring the sea. If you like the sea creatures, maybe it should be a very, very nice game. You can find some new creatures and scan them. After scan it, you can find their info in your submarine. (26m)
Are you sure this is where you track that noise?
오.
I don't know, Andre. That sound is loud, but it seems pretty deep. Can't see how it could be coming from a ship.
Yeah, I agree. It also keeps starting and stopping. I'll figure out another way to investigate.
무슨 소린지 모르겠네. 로얄 엔젤피쉬. (40m) 여기서 스캔을 다시 하죠. 자, 스캐닝.
Andre, what was that other nasty noise? It was definitely digital.
No power alarm. You need to pick up a sensor for servicing.
It never occurred to you that a nice ringtone would be far less annoying?
돌핀. 돌고래를 잡으러 갑시다. 사냥 아니고요. 병코 돌고래. 어서오세요.
Please, please, get closer.
You weren't this excited about the dolphins before.
They're rubbing against the coral. Kind of a wellness visit. I have colleagues that are studying the antimicrobial properties of these coral.
오케이, 채취. 고고. 어우 더워. 아 진짜 바다에 가고 싶다.
Hey Andre, those reef sharks like your ringtone. Will I be able to get the data off that sensor while I'm picking it up?
No, it goes to sleep when the power is low to preserve the data.
오케이. 집 하나. 오! 깜짝이야.
Whoa! Did you see that?
Shame that wasn't on the live stream.
Have you seen one do that before?
Never.
I'm picking up a tag from the sperm whale pod, pushing the waypoint now.
On my way.
shark.
Sorry, sharks. Mirai is off the menu. The baby's back with the rest of the pod.
What's it doing?
Nuzzling, probably calling for its mama. Are you calling for your mother?
Scanning. Okay, Andrea's voice. 어? 안드레아 아니니 얘는? 맞네요.
You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I hear it.
There they go. That was our shot.
뭔 소리죠 이거?
Can you send the sub to pick me up? I'm done for now.
로딩 잠시만 할게요. 물 좀 끄고. 자, 계속 이어나가도록 하죠. 자, 오션 센스 이런 거 하나 볼까요? Okay, it has some video in game like
It's
this
a big
one.
ocean. You gotta be able to see what's worth spending your time on.
When I'm down there in a submarine and I'm seeing all these animals, it's always about which one of these is new, which one of these has not been seen before to science.
Why did these animals come here as opposed to there, and where are they going? They're really tangible things that we can do now to start answering some of these questions, but as the technology develops, we can become more and more and more and more sophisticated.
Technology is emerging on all fronts. We're using all this side scan sonar and hydrophones to map things out. We can use these sound underwater surveillance systems to actually track whales and see them move all around the ocean. There's a new field called environmental DNA where you just look at the sloughed off cells that are in the water to know who was there.
Oh, the whale shark was just here. Can we follow it? And you sniff the trail of the whale shark's DNA.
Wow.
How am I going to understand a shark if I'm thinking like an old world primate? We're totally different. It took me several years to look at the eyes, to look at the hardware, to measure the light, and to build the camera so we could get all these hints in how that shark might be seeing the world. It's like a detective story.
하나 더. 와우. 뜬고래 노래.
What we know as humans about whales comes from just a few scientists so far, like Roger and Katie Payne. They had background in music, and by kind of mapping out the songs, noticing that if they would look at this almost like a song sheet, every 15 minutes or so there would be a repeat. Only male humpbacks sing, but the function of their song is still mysterious. The general belief is that whale songs serve the same purposes that bird songs do, as ways for males to advertise for mates and to challenge rivals. But why they change their songs is still unknown. Taking that information from whales and passing that to us humans was one of the most transformative pieces of narrative to feed the Save the Whale movement and maybe save some whales from extinction. These animals are sharing this world that might have been millions of years going on in their world, and
Wow.
suddenly, for the first time, we as humans are tuning in.
한글화가 굉장히 잘 돼 있네요. 이건 뭐지? 심해 채굴령. 안녕하세요. CNN은 왜요? 임상 실험 스터디. 시인의 픽업도 아닌데 얻었으면 진짜 운 좋으시네. 전화를 할게요. 렌, calling Ren.
Hey, it's Ren. Leave a message at the beep. Is there
없네.
actually a beep?
Hey, Ren, why's your phone off? You said this was a good time to call. Ignore that. Someone was messing with
있어요.
my rails today. I was just hoping I could vent to you a little. Let me know if there's any update about Nana. Ooh, and we had a Whale-a-Palooza today. Anyway, give me a call when you can. The whales say hi back.
앙드레 및 이리나.
Hey, Mirai. How are you?
Doing all right. How are you feeling? Any better?
A bit.
축하드립니다.
I might finally be getting my sea legs.
Next step, diving.
One step at a time, Mirai.
Okay, but I promise you.
지나간
it'll
거
change
아니에요,
your
그거?
life. Is Andre with you?
No, just me. Andre is analyzing some sound files in the other lab. I think I may have upset him.
You upset him? Or that noise upset him? Because it certainly upset me.
He was
알겠습니다.
overreacting, and I pointed it out.
I was not overreacting.
Andre, I didn't realize you were on. What did you find?
This is video and audio from your last dive. And this is an analysis of the sound that spooked the family. And this sound is from the Canadian marine acoustic scientist. I think the findings are pretty clear.
The signatures sound the same to me.
He gave me the same test.
Andre, who is messing with my whales?
Deep sea miners.
Here? In the research zone? It's off limits to commercial activity.
And when has that ever mattered before?
We don't know that they're in the research zone. They may be just outside it. We knew they were doing an impact study nearby.
What are they after? That might give us a clue.
They're looking for rare minerals to make solar panels.
Could the sound cause trauma to the whales?
The acoustic specialist said it might push them to quieter hunting grounds, but was unlikely to cause acoustic trauma.
So what's the move?
We should use our mapping drone to investigate their activity.
And this is where our debate turns into an argument. We need that drone to map the deep sea vents before Mirai dives there. The biochemistry of these vents is the perfect cocktail for creating new life forms.
If there is illegal activity there, we have to stop it. Otherwise, there will be no life forms.
Why spend our short time here policing rather than researching? Let's be scientists.
Mirai, your dive, your call.
광부를 조사할까? 어쩌지? 수구지도에 기록할까?
I'll dive in the vents without a map. Nobody messes with my whales.
Hey Mirai, sorry I missed you. Misplaced my phone. Whale-apalooza? Is that a real thing? Tell whomever annoyed you I'm coming for them. Hey, nobody messes with our whales. Does your submarine have sonar? Maybe you can find the bad guys with that. No word on Nana's thing yet. Miss you.
자, 이제 다이빙 하러 갑시다.
Now you wind your waist, comme ça. And now you screw your face, comme ça. Exaggerate the waist, comme ça. Resuscitate the place, comme ça. While walk the 50.
자, 새로운
Day
다이빙
5. Open
5일차.
ocean, east of the atoll. I'm ready to play back a coda sound to Andrea to see her response. I'm definitely worried that the family has gotten smaller. Not sure if they were just spooked by that sound or if something else is going on. Staying hopeful. Ready to dive.
Ready to dive. Dive.
I'm in and okay. You know, I always feel like I'm swimming in place in the open ocean. Think the Explorer drones will flag me as biodiverse?
You're not what they're looking for.
That's what everyone says.
밴댕이.
Approaching the buoy.
자, 부표에서 스캔해 봅시다. 스캐닝.
That song sounds familiar. Hey, a newcomer. Now to get there before the noise from Andre's miner friends scares them all away.
You want to raise my blood pressure?
파이팅!
I was not expecting to find orcas here.
They don't look like killers.
Top of the food chain, just like us. Minus the urge to destroy ourselves.
개복치. 확대 스캔을 어떻게 하지? 홍살기 상어. 자, 스캔을 하오.
Hello to you too.
새들 패치 번거래. 개복치. 아, 그만 움직여.
Has anyone been tracking them?
I'm still waiting to see if there's a match.
스캔. 어우, 귀여운 것. 오케이. 67m. 병마코 돌고래. 물음표. 거북이.
Andre, are you seeing this?
Is that a leatherback turtle?
I didn't think there were any left here.
What happened?
Egg poaching, and the nesting beaches go too long.
아이고, 튼실하구만.
Biosample acquired.
Do you think your turtles are making a comeback?
Well, I wish I could be optimistic. It's just as likely our turtle is taking the long route home to somewhere else.
마지막 58m. 이건 그냥 탐험하면서 이제 그 스토리를 따라가면서 이제 엄청 피지컬이나 뭐 그런 게
Okay.
필요한 게 아니라
Group survey.
편한
New
편한
or
게임인 것
repeat?
같아.
New whale! We'll designate this one M4 because why mess with a good thing? So glad to hear you. Those noisy neighbors silenced enough of your friends.
The sounds don't sound like the prior songs.
These are more social sounds.
소셜 싸움. 자,
Feels like my birthday. And that buoy is my present. Hope it's better than my last birthday.
Dare I ask?
My sister got me jeans that were mine for about a week before they wandered off, never to be seen again. A mystery, I tell you. Did you not charge any of these batteries before you put the sensor in?
It's not a battery alarm, it's the drone.
오케이. 그렇죠. 빨리 안 하면 또 한참 걸리니. 안 키워도 돼요. 그 55렙까지만 키우면 되잖아. 포션으로 다 때려 박으십시오.
Hello! I just met your friends.
I just met you friends.
Pretty low weight. Irina, do you think this one could be sick?
I'm honored you believe I could tell from this distance that my knowledge of disease extends to all species.
Fair enough.
아, 왜 이렇게 스캔하기가 힘드냐? 됐다.
Are we sure no one's tracking them?
오케이. 스캔. 다음 찾아갑시다. 오토바이 소리요? 어디? 개복치.
Dolphins. Always showing off. Hey, Andre, can you make your manta drone do synchronized swimming?
Guess we'll see.
아, 진짜요? 창문 좀 닫고 에어컨 좀 킬까? 잠깐만요. 자, 44m. 넌 누구니? 무럼 해파리.
You're right. It is definitely not a dead battery.
Unless we're using whale sharks as batteries now. There's already a tag on it.
Then scan the tag.
Sure, like that was obvious.
태그 추적.
I'm leaving another tag. Much better than a dead battery.
자, 새로운 돌핀. 돌고래를 찾으러 갑시다. 상어가 그렇게 좋습니까? 돌고래 스캔하기. 물보라를 일으켜.
Let's log you in.
소리가 안 들린다. 오케이, 73m 복귀를 할게요. 해파리. 어서오세요. 그래서 육아하시나요? 왜 상어를 그렇게 좋아하시지?
Because you tracked the baby's pod out here?
I said they were heading in this direction.
자,
Andre, the buoy is glitching. I don't know what range you've set, but I think I'm
태평양에
hearing
있는
all the
모든
animals
동물.
in the Pacific.
Yeah. Too many sound signals for the software to keep up.
I don't know what kind of party I'm crashing, but pretty sure I'm gonna love it.
와, 물고기 봐.
It's a bait ball.
와우,
Orcas?
멋있다.
Very unusual, but everyone's gotta eat.
Are you safe?
I'll try not to be
Oh.
mistaken for a fish.
와, 이쁘다. 이거는 물고기 폭풍인데 완전. 피시 스톰.
Of course dolphins show up. Never like being left out of the action.
They want leftovers.
Good luck to them. They're up against bigger stomachs.
와, 이쁘다. 멋지네요. 완전 근사. 물보라를 일으켜.
Here they are. You were right, Andre. I guess I didn't just swim across the Pacific for nothing.
우리 노스랜드에서는 고래나 상어는 고급 요리 재료로서 고유급 반포만이 먹을 수 있는 특식 재료로 아무나 먹을 수 있는 게 아닙니다. 그러므로 당장 포경선 지우겠단 말입니다. 기다리시라요.
이거 누가 했어요? 후원 감사드립니다. 고래는 지정된 양과 이제 허가된 사람들 말고는 복용하실 수 없습니다. 물론 셀프 고래는 언제든지 복용하실 수 있어요. 잘생겼다, 그쵸? 아닌데요. 한숨님이 한 거 아니에요? 누가 하셨지? 존수님이 하셨나, 저거? 그러면?
Are there fewer than before in this pod? Or am I just getting faster at tagging?
No, definitely fewer. But maybe the others are hunting.
No, don't leave me. Well, the mother stayed with the baby this time.
Okay, ready for playback? I've prepared a coder you can activate from your dive watch.
Okay, first attempt to speak whale. Hopefully I won't offend her.
아기 고래. 한 입 먹으려고 그러나? 왜 입을 여냐?
Echo clicks. I could feel it across my body, just checking me out.
First contact.
She zoom scanned you.
You have no idea what that felt like. She was looking right at me. Whew, you have no idea.
어? 바로 들어와졌나? 잠시만요. 하나 입장을 해야겠는데. 잠수함인데 이거 딴 거는 거의 그거밖에 없고, 이런 물고기 같은 거 스캔한 거 여기서 볼 수 있고, 물보라를 일으켜. 자, 영상 하나 또 보죠. Unusual Alliance.
On the shore, never got underwater. How would we ever know that fish like one another? When you see fish interact with other creatures, like the octopus and the grouper,
문어가
they're
저렇게 돼 있고.
fishing together. They communicate in ways that we don't know what they're saying, but they know what they're saying. They've been on the Earth for hundreds of millions of years. They've had a long time to figure out these close relationships.
Sharks actually might prey on dolphins in a natural setting, but when they are presented with a bait ball, then they work together for this common goal to feed on the fish.
We had
우와.
very
멋있다.
large bait balls spread over probably half the size of a football field. We had mobula, we had dolphins, the bait was shifting everywhere,
Wow.
animals were coming in, moving out, just
물고기
moving
봐요.
so quickly.
So we have some orcas around the bowl and also under. So everybody works together as a team, herding the fish. Males, female, everybody is doing this, and they will eventually share the stunned fish afterwards, which is pretty amazing to see. There is no competition, so everybody's working together and everybody is sharing the prey afterwards.
It really takes a long time of being in there, watching the same species of fish to figure out these really interesting things that they're doing. So I think that there's probably a lot of really interesting behaviors out there that we haven't even discovered yet.
멋있다. 게임을 하면 이제 이런 영상 같은 것도 원락이 되고, 아까 안 본 거 하나 맞아볼까요? 켜놓고 물 좀 떠와야겠다. 및
As a
실비아
child, I had no idea
or
how important the ocean is. That the great majority
그게 뭐예요?
of life on Earth is in the sea. That the greatest diversity of life is in the sea.
와 멋있다.
My name is Sylvia Earle. I'm a scientist, an oceanographer, an ocean explorer. I've spent years at sea aboard ships and thousands of hours under the sea. I've seen things others have not.
Wow.
If others could see what I've witnessed, they would know how much the ocean has changed, and they would know why caring for the ocean matters to everyone, everywhere. The ocean is Earth's life support system, generating most of the oxygen in the atmosphere, capturing much of the carbon dioxide produced by human actions. The ocean is the planet's living blue heart. Every creature has a story. Every one, whether you're looking at a little crab, or a starfish, or a shark. If people stayed on the shore and never got underwater, how would we ever know that fish, that they have communities, they have faces? Their importance as fellow citizens, as cultures, as
멋지다.
amazing creatures that we can learn from. There's a lot of water we now know elsewhere in the solar system and elsewhere in space. But to have a liquid ocean
액체
with
바다.
frozen polar areas,
와 빙하 봐요.
it's taken
멋있다.
4.5 billion years to shape the world in a way that is favorable to humankind. It's taken us about 4.5 decades to significantly unravel systems. No ocean, no life. No ocean, no us.
바다 거북 보존 연구. 이건 드론이죠. 이거 한번 들어봅시다. 빙하가 뭐 진짜 수천 년 전에 게 다 얼어붙은 그런 게 있는 거죠. 백만을 넘었습니다.
Bad news. The drone we had tracking that intrusive noise, it's gone. Lost contact hours ago. I'll keep monitoring the hydrophones for that noise, but as of now, unless the drone resurfaces, that's all we've got.
Hey, Mirai. I assume you've heard that Andrea lost the drone.
Yeah, bad break. Did we get any usable data from the drone before it went missing?
You'll have to ask Andrea. He hasn't given me an update. I think he's upset that I suggested we'd still have the drone if we used it
싸웠구나.
for its original purpose.
It's crazy that we only have one mapping drone. If this were a space mission, we would probably have 100. You sound a little frustrated. Is that with Andre or the drone situation?
Both.
Harsh. Andre really does have good intentions.
I just wish he wasn't so cold with me. Just because I turned my prior research into a successful biotech business. Not every company is evil.
I know. Those miners have him agitated. It's nothing personal.
Hopefully that's true.
Was that a yawn? Did you get any sleep?
Not really. Between the drone and staying up to chat with my daughter, I spent most of the night staring out of my cabin window at the moon.
My grandmother loved to take me free diving in the moonlight. It was magical. It's like the whole ocean glows.
Sounds like a fun grandmother.
She was. Is. She's alive, but suffers from dementia.
Sorry to hear that.
Thanks. Nana moved in with us after our mom died. I was 12. Ren was 4.
Are you and your sister close?
Most of the time. It's complex right now, but yeah. Where is your daughter?
She's at university in the UK.
What is she studying?
Pre-med. But she also has a passion for music. She's been playing in the same indie
Pre-med.
band for years.
What's her music like?
Hard to describe. I'm sure Sophie would love for you to check it out. I'll send you her latest single.
Ooh.
Isn't your sister also at university?
My sister took a break for a few years, but she's back now.
There's a story there. Not my business.
She's had to deal with tough stuff. We both have. I just seem to have an easier time adjusting.
Does she want your help?
I push her to do better, but honestly, I think that just pushes her away.
You sound like me talking about my daughter.
Yeah, complex. People are messy. That's why I study whales. Speaking of which, I better get prepped for our next dive.
Yeah.
Catch you later.
Yes, of course.
해저 문제랑 이 가족사랑
Left
이렇게
plate there.
That's okay.
그런
I'm on
얘기가
dive
있네요.
time.
I showed Nana the highlights from your live stream.
라이브 스트림.
Did she recognize my voice?
No. Maybe. She seemed to enjoy it though.
Are you doing okay with her?
Kind of. You do this better.
Did you want to talk about next semester?
When you get back. It's complex.
You know, I can look at coming back earlier.
That's crazy talk. Go speak to your whales.
Gonna try. Catch you later.
이제 고래랑 소통하러 갈게요. 새로운 노래가 왔나 보네요. 이건가 보다.
Like a stone into water, sinking to the bottom. I let the air out. I disappear further and further and further down. Put my breath away, the rise to the top. Rejoin at the surface.
노래 좋다.
Though I'm safe and what happens
자, 다이빙 한 번 더 하러 갑시다.
Day 7. About to enter
Day
the
7.
Twilight Zone. I'm following Andrea's family down to the seamounts where I hope to observe them hunting. Arena has been testing our samples and is worried about a harmful algal bloom being somewhere nearby, so I am to keep an eye out for that. Check. I'm also keeping an eye out for more turtles. I know they're out there, ready to dive.
Ready to dive. 자, 계속.
I'm in and okay.
And we're streaming.
Hello, everyone. Welcome, or welcome back. I'm diving near a seamount region, also known as the Twilight Zone, because it is just beyond reach of the sun. And we'll be taking some questions live, so be nice.
We'll also be testing a playback system to interact with whales.
이건 뭐죠? 드론인가? 저거 망치상어다. 안녕. 자, 여기서 제가 가야 할 지역을 스캔을 할게요. 이렇게.
Want to hear something cool? So do I. I'm hoping that buoy can send a little message to our humpback friends.
That's right. Andre is going to serenade some humpbacks.
Well, not me, but using a song I generated from other recordings.
부표로 이제 고래들이랑 소통하나 봐요. 뭐야 이거? 자, 제일 가까운 데부터 먼저 갈게요. 오렌지 라파.
Another leatherback turtle, Andre. And feasting on some moon jellies.
That is odd. Is that the same one we saw before?
It looks bigger, but let me zoom scan it to be sure.
오케이.
We can run the sample in the lab, but I am sure this is a different one.
Do they typically travel together? And wouldn't it be surprising to find two this far off?
해파리 잡아먹는 거죠?
Welcome back, turtles. Enjoy your beautiful moon jellies.
이바라 프라임을 뜯어먹고 있는 거북이 프라임.
Okay, time to see if any humpbacks respond to our song.
Jordan wants to know how you will know.
Great question. If we have recorded him before, we'll see if the influence of our song affected his.
Scientists believe whales in one region can influence the song of whales whales from another when they mix.
Hey Andre, we've recorded a song from this one before, right?
We have.
How quickly can you compare his two songs?
Well, I need to wait for his song to complete
한
at least
사이클.
one full cycle.
And how long is that?
20 minutes, maybe more.
Wow, that's a long, slow ballad.
개복치. 빛 해파리, 빵치 상어, 홍살귀 상어였나? 홍살귀 상어.
Dana squid. It looks like they're hunting
Lanternfish.
Well called, Arena. We'll make you a sea witch yet.
I'm sorry, what?
Let's scan a few to pick up their hunting.
문어 오징어는
Here goes.
오징어 하나 더.
Scott from Denver wants to know if they eat each other.
Some do. I think this one was upset he missed out on his prey.
자, 89m. 자, 부표로 다시 조사할 곳을 스캔을 해볼게요. 스캐닝.
Great. I've been
거미개.
waiting for this. I have just activated your UV light.
First of all, don't mess with my suit when I'm diving. Secondly, you spoiled my surprise.
서프라이즈. 비대파리? 무슨 가지처럼 뭐지? 오이처럼 생겼는데 뭐지?
What am I looking for here?
Oh, one of our sperm whale tags must have fallen off.
Andre, you really need better glue for these.
I don't use glue.
I've tracked down the tag. It's in a cave. I wonder how it got in here.
태그 수집. 오!
Oh! What the?
Right.
An octopus.
Are you okay?
Other than getting inked in front of a live global audience?
You know, you might want to get that off you. It will probably attract predators.
Oh, wonderful.
백색광이 뭐야? 자외선 확대 스킬.
Swell sharks have developed biofluorescence to communicate with each other. Their eyes have special adaptations for the UV light. Now you can see what a swell shark sees.
That's what I'm talking about.
아,
Next, you
이렇게.
can try the black light I installed in your sub.
You did not. You did install it in your
기사방.
dorm back in the day. Your wife showed me pictures.
Well, uni was a good time. Okay, last boy at the dive. How are you feeling?
Chances of suit holding out until the end of the dive? Good. Hope of seeing if our humpback song had any effect? Well,
You know this, but for the viewers, science is not magic. It takes patience.
I'd like to believe in a little magic.
자, 역시 과학은 기다림이 필요합니다.
Sperm whale. I think it's... Yes, it's hunting! First time we'll be able to document it with Andres technology. Come on. And then the buzz. I got it!
Raj from Mumbai wants to know, what's the buzz?
I think he was making a joke.
Got it. But what is the buzz? How is it used?
We're not entirely sure, but definitely associated with being close to prey.
This is just a warm-up. The real fun will come in the deep.
이 밑은 뭐죠? 빛 해파리. (59m) 남았습니다.
Andre. Well, there's no way these little ones are thousands of miles off course. Right, Andre?
Give him a minute.
Right. Let's scan a few of these to get their gender.
There's a tiny tag here. Andre?
Chen from Shanghai wants to know why you
Chen?
care about their gender.
Well, their sex is determined by the temperature of their nests. Warming beaches wiped out the turtles in this region.
Believe in a little magic now, Andre?
They just start, but let me check on that tag first.
태그를 확인해 봅시다. 스캔 범위에서 벗어나 버렸네요. 자, 고래. 은상어. 뭐냐?
Oh, wow. Glad we didn't miss this. Beautiful.
Yeah, they must have been hunting down past the rift.
I think we found our spot for our first deep dive.
Mirai, check out that one closest to you. What's that on its skin?
Not sure I can catch them. They're headed to the surface. It might just be a scrape from a ship strike.
Yeah, let's hope that's all it is.
Let's end it here.
오케이. 이번 잠수는 여기까지. 오케이. 자, 오늘은 이거는 여기까지 할게요. 하루에 다 하기엔 좀 무리가 있네. 잔잔하고 좀 좋긴 한데 일단은 뭐 액티브한 게임 좋아하시는 분들은 사실 큰 매력을 못 느낄 거고, 이렇게 바다 좋아하시고 관찰하는 거 좋아하시는 분들은 굉장히 재밌게 하실 수 있는 게임인 것 같아요. 뭔가 자극적이고 뭐 뭔가 바쁜 게임을 좋아하시는 분들은 이 게임은 사실 그렇게까지 할 만한 게 없거든요. 그러니까 정해진 플롯 따라서 가서 이제 조사할 거 있으면 같이 조사를 하고, 뭐 조사하면서 이제 해양생물이 그 움직이는 거 보고 뭐 그렇더라고요. 화면 왜 안 넘어가냐?
I know it seems like Andre worries about everything. But I really understand where that comes from. Everyone's seen the pictures,
거북이다.
but I can tell you it was really tough to be doing hands-on work when we were losing entire species. For me, it was the whales. But for Andre, it was the turtles. I stayed to help him. Several of the other scientists did as well. By then, only Andre's protected nests were the ones producing turtles in the region. We all figured that the population was going to collapse, and eventually it did. But seeing this large man spend day after day carrying tiny turtles from the nest to the water, it inspired us to stay. I mean, coming back now, it feels like another world. Andre is not an angry man, Arena. He's just a man who gets angry when he sees people say it's too hard, or that they don't care at all.
한수님이 이런 게임 좋아하십니까?
Hi, Mirai. Sorry to miss the post-dive brief. I've been listening to our humpback recordings for hours and got myself in a kind
좋아하세요?
of fun.
펑크
Actually, I
뮤직.
started listening to the humpbacks and then switched to Miles Davis. Anyway, I don't see any clear sign that our playback influenced any of the other whales yet, but I just know we're on the right track. I'm sorry to be in such a mood. Don't know what to make of those turtles or what's going on with our sperm whale family. Right. Catch you in a bit.
Ocean crashes on the rise. Where I go to
다음은 남중국해네요.
of this new
거대 오징어를 찾으세요.
I think I see a new
염소 호수에서 미생물을 수집하세요.
garden lives below. The pink expanse above me grows.
저거 괜찮아 보이긴 한데. 응?
In the eye of the beholder. Renunciation. Up and start a new life. But I see a hidden trail.
귀엽다.
The dolphins rise to my surprise, while in the trappings of my mind,
눈 봐.
and I'm
엄청 크다.
reconciled for a little while. For in the palm of nature's glow,
이 오징어라고 하네.
I really don't know, and I'm reconciled for a little while. Renunciation in the eye of the beholder.
얘는 상어라기보다 물고기 같다 그냥.
Up and start a new life where I see
날카로운 이도 없는데 얘는. 영상 하나 더 추가됐다니까 영상 하나만 볼게요. 그쵸?
Jellyfish have mechanisms of self-repair. They're constantly getting like bitten by turtles and chunks getting taken away. 50% of the jellyfish population are wounded.
50%가
So they've gone through 500 million years living, persisting in the ocean in simplicity, and they've come up with some remarkable ways of living. There's something called the immortal jellyfish and how they age, aging in reverse, which we're just beginning to understand, where they get old and then degenerate back into a youth again. In understanding the gene pathways and how this happens, this could look at, humans. We don't have this capacity to age in reverse. It's like Benjamin Button, and it's here. And it just takes the kind of focus and dedication to look at that jellyfish and to grow that jellyfish and to figure out how to use the best available scientific tools to get at this question. It's just about kind of looking super deeply and letting
Silly little Primate.
The energy from our star flies through the universe, through our atmosphere, and hits us at the ground. But now, when we go underwater, the ocean properties of water are like pure blue filter. So it's gonna filter out all these other wavelengths except blue. As you go down further, it's primarily blue, blue, blue. to 700
700m까지는
meters.
주로
At that
파란색.
level, there's still faint photons of sunlight in the blue range, and we call this the twilight zone. And there, animals are still perceiving a tiny little bit of our sun's energy. Below this, it's got 24/7 darkness. And it turns out that there's a ton of color vision down in the deep, so it's like they're making enough light down there to be able to be satisfying all the eyes of the deep sea creatures. So it's not this totally dark world down there. It's still light. It's just
우리 눈에는
animals
안
making
보이지만
light rather than the sun.
동물들이 만드는 빛이구나. 완전 암흑이 아니라.
Find all this technology to kind of satisfy our visual hardware. As I started looking at other animals, they have totally different hardware. And I've been looking at everything through these silly little primate eyes. We have to overcome our humanness to jump behind the world of a shark or another creature and see the world from their perspective. We found a biofluorescent shark, and it only sees right at the blue-green interface. So it's really just tuned to a very similar spectrum to the environment it lives in. This fluorescence was
Wow.
creating greater contrast for the shark. It's like this endless well of information. We're at the very tip of the iceberg.
어떻게든 살아가기 위해서 자체 발광을 하거나 뭐 그런 게 있나 보네요. 이건 뭐지?
Ocean crashes on the rise.
These animals travel thousands of kilometers navigating open oceans that have no physical landmarks. They have that innate ability to
거북이
find their
얘기하는
way.
건가?
They're only sharing our beach for a short point in time, but they need protection because man has brought an ancient species to near extinction. I got involved at a time when hostilities were very real. People came with guns and machetes to poach a turtle. We would protect these animals at all costs. Because on the high tides, when the tide comes up, this area here will be flooded, right? So when the sea turtle lays her egg, the nest requires a constant temperature.
알이다.
If we recognize that this nest is in a real bad spot, we choose a spot further inland on the beach that's stable, and then we would evaluate if the eggs were able to hatch because of us moving them. And in both cases, we were always right. So as the villagers began to benefit from the tourism that turtle conservation was creating, they saw that the turtle was worth more to them alive than dead. The children really love sea turtles. We educate them, but we involve them. And by so doing, we get them to a level of interest where they want to become actively involved. When we first started this conservation work, we would encounter at the height of the nesting season 30, 40 turtles. Now we encounter over 500. That's significant. Some people argue, well, that's nature. Leave them. Why protect them? Remember, humans have to intervene sometimes to help nature keep existing.
와, 정말 좋다.
Where I go to collect my thoughts.
자, 아직 스토리는 좀 많이 남은 것 같긴 해요. 옆에 개복치인가 보다. 옆에 뒤에 지나가는데. 자, 끝나고 왜 안 나오냐? 솔로웨어 한번 들어볼까? 요것만 다 듣고 넘어갑시다.